Hello, and welcome to our guide on how to run a scan using ZAP proxy. The first thing you'll need to do is go visit the site you wish to scan. For our demo, we're using demo.testfire.net. Once you visit the site, you can see that the site shows up under your sites list in ZAP. Right-click it and select Include in Context, then select New Context. Name your context, then click OK. If your app has more than one site, you can add other sites to the context that you created. Since we want to make sure the scan is running as a user logged into the app, we need to add some logout detection. We will log into the application and then locate the logout link and click it. Back in ZAP, find the request that logged you out. Right-click it and select Exclude From, then Scanner. You'll see a regular expression that will exclude your URL. We will repeat this process to exclude the page from the spider. If your application uses form-based authentication, ZAP can log your user in automatically if they become logged out. This can occur if ZAP accidentally hits a logout link or if the session times out on its own. In ZAP, find the request that was sent to log your user in and select Flag as Context, then Form-Based Auth Login Request. Select the appropriate fields for the username and password parameters. Next, click on Users and add a new user. Enter the username and password and make sure that the enabled box is checked. Next, click on Forced User and make sure that the user you created is selected. In our demo app, when we are logged out, we see a sign-in link at the top of the page. In ZAP, we can select the page that this shows up on, find the text for the link, and mark it as an indicator that our user is logged out. Finally, we'll click on the icon in the top bar in ZAP to enable Forced User mode. As we browse, we can see that we are signed in. If we click the Sign Off button, nothing happens because ZAP is automatically logging us back in. Now we are ready to spider the application. We'll begin by going through some of the use cases for the app to give the spider something to start with. Once you've clicked through a few pages in the app, go back to the ZAP UI and click Attack and then Spider All in Scope. You'll see a progress bar on the bottom of the screen. Once it reaches 100%, you are finally ready to scan your application. Make sure you are still signed into the application. Back in the ZAP UI, click Attack and then Active Scan All in Scope. This may take up to a few hours depending on the size of the site. Once the scan is complete, you can find the results in the Alerts tab. You can poke around and view the requests and responses that were reported and determine if the issues are real or not. You can also export the results into an HTML file to view later. Thanks for watching. Please check out our other ZAP tutorials to learn how to configure ZAP to work with all of your devices.